day. For today's fact of the day, let's talk about teeth, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about fillings and braces and
I've been thinking
gingivitis.
I've been thinking a lot about the dentist because I went to the dentist. I went to the hygienist and the dentist in one day this week.
Wow, money bags.
Good. No, I do one of those payment, like pay every month and then you just claim your appointments.
I'm going to get on one of these.
It's
what is this?
so good. Makes you feel like it's free.
What do you mean?
Lumino. Lumino.
Non-paid endorsement for Lumino, but you need to explain yourself.
You pay like $20 a month and in a year.
It's like $300 a year or something, and you get
2 hygienist appointments and 1 dental checkup and exams and 10%
with
off
X-rays.
anything you get done.
Okay. Maybe I need to get on that.
You need to get it.
I do that as well. I have an unpaid endorsement.
Yeah.
Do you?
They get you, don't they? That's how they get you.
The woman and I have to say they were listening to Lumino, Mount Eden. They were listening to ZM when I was in there. Yeah.
Oh, and maybe they can fix that temporary cap that you got 10 years ago.
Yeah, because it is. I just checked my watch. It's 10 years since I went to the dentist.
Like crazy, eh?
Vaughan, is it?
It's more like 10 and a half now.
Vaughan.
I know, Hayley Sproul. I know.
I know.
You have to go every year at least.
Well, it's like driving a car without a warrant of fitness. It's only a problem when the police pull you over or your teeth fall out.
Vaughan, do you floss?
Oh, yeah, I'm a big fly floss till I bleed. I floss for
you're
keeps.
bleeding.
I floss for
you
keeps.
won't get a lecture about flossing, but they
that's
will
the thing.
give you a
It's
lecture.
got to the point now I don't want to have to go to the dentist for the judgment of...
No, they don't care.
They will.
Oh, they will.
They'll be like, what's the story here? When did you get that? I'll be like, 10 years ago. They'll be like, what did he say? And I say it was a temporary crown.
Now.
So when I got a crown, I got the temporary one that you've got. And that lasted like a couple of weeks till I went back. And they glue it down and then they have to crowbar and drill it off.
Yes.
So mine broke in half 5 years ago and I swallowed half of it. I was in Fiji at the time and I just thought it was a fish bone. Yeah. So I was like, down you go. And I swallowed it. Now it might be mercury and I'm dying, but that's by the by. So I'm used to the new shape of my tooth.
Right, okay.
But it is bad. I check on it every now and then, and it's certainly not healing itself.
Oh, my God, you're giving me...
I'm booking you an appointment. You have to go.
Also, I've got now, like with our girls, it's kind of like brush your teeth and check your teeth, and they're like doing a little bit of like flossing, and they're trying like adult toothpaste and stuff. I know, I feel like a hypocrite. But anyway, these things happen. What? Who's messaged? Don't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Producer Jared's girlfriend works at a dentist.
Yeah.
And they have talked about the fact that I'm rocking a temporary crown from 10 years ago.
Get in there then. Get the MIDI to take...
That's what he did say. He said you should get the MIDI. They specialise in this sort of stuff.
Oh,
right?
yeah. They specialise in that kind of
But
stuff.
see, the minute you say specialise, I'm seeing a couple of decimal points move one place that way.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, probably.
Vaughan, you can afford it.
You bought a robot vacuum cleaner before you got a crown.
My Uncle Roger went in and they said, it's going to cost a few grand. And he's like, well, how much to rip them all out and get falsies? And it was less, so he went with that option. I was like, that's my
I
man.
sometimes think about it. I've got kind of like trouble teeth. They're very... I don't know.
Yeah, whereas Sade, my wife's never had a filling in her life.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And goes in and gets cleaned and stuff, and they're like, oh, yeah, no fillings required.
You need to go.
Well, today's fact of the day is about teeth.
Okay.
And I would never thought about this, but the only sensation teeth can feel is pain. Unlike any other part of your body that can feel, teeth can only register pain.
Because if you rub them, it's not like...
I was just giving my tooth a nice rub. Will
That's
you
the
too?
thing.
It's like,
Do that.
I like that.
There's parts of your body that can experience pain. For example, the nipple. I'll talk about that. It's very close. It's just down there. It can experience pain, but it can also experience pleasure, as Hayley is now.
Yeah.
Just giving that a quick touch up in
Especially
studio.
your big areolas.
Excuse me,
What an absolute pleasure plate that is.
Like a charcuterie board. They are big and they're loaded with pleasure. And they're coloured like a dark salami.
Have a big nip?
I don't have a big nip.
He's
Show
got
me the
giant nips.
Oh, that's not a big nip.
That's not a big nip. Huh, told you.
That's not a big nip at all. Show me your nip.
He's got
I've
the
got like the
tiny
tiniest
nips.
nip.
Oh, yeah, that's a petite nip.
I
That's a
know.
petite
And
nip.
it's on the side.
I'll
I've
show
got
you
side.
mine. While we're regret it.
Absolutely not. No.
This friendship's really escalating.
Yeah.
But I'd never thought about it. But your teeth, like, drink something hot, your teeth hurt. Drink something too cold, your teeth hurt. Eat something too sweet,
Dentist
your teeth hurts. The
hurt.
dentist gives it a bit of a crack. It's not like...
Yeah.
Imagine if...
Bite a minty too soon.
Yeah. Oh,
Your teeth hurt.
Your teeth don't tickle or...
No, nothing.
Yeah.
But you know how the part of your brain that registers pain is next to pleasure? Imagine if there was a... If I have a stroke, I hope the thing I come out of it with is the little bit of my brain that registers pain from the teeth turns it into pleasure.
And then you'll find
Imagine drinking a cold thing and be like...
biting into a fruit too.
Yeah, just biting, chewing on something hard, going to the dentist and being like, and they're trying to talk to you, and you're like,
I think, you know what we should do next week is do a thing on air where Vaughan goes to the dentist.
Yeah.
Or we bring a dentist in here. Don't they have those mobile caravans?
Yeah, we're going.
They're actually very busy going to schools in areas with poor dental hygiene. They don't need to come in here to check on
You
one.
haven't done
one
your
You
teeth
have
for
poor
10
dental
years.
hygiene
I
because
know.
you haven't been to the dentist in 10 years.
But every now and then I'll blow on Sade's face. I'll be like, does that smell? And she's like, no. And I'm like, well, that's how I know it's not bad
She's
yet.
not a dentist.
No, it's when they rip the cap off that it smells.
Yeah, and they need
Well,
to
why,
get in.
I don't want to take the cap off then. If it's like the lid on the bin,
No,
keep the lid on
it's
the
gotta
bin.
go.
Keep the lid on the bin. So today's fact of the day is teeth can only register the sensation of pain, not pleasure or anything else. We didn't do the fact of the day jingle on the way out.
We're too late.
We're late. We're running behind.
We're cutting it.
Shivers, we are late.
We are.
Fletch, Vaughan and Megan, the podcast. ZM.